Hello, all you lovely witches and seekers. It's Ryan again, aka Dark Winter Moon, and today what I wanted to talk about is a quick 20-minute shadow work practice that you can do every day if you need to. But before I get into that, I want to first of all thank every one of you for all the support you give me. So whether it's liking, subscribing, commenting on my videos, checking out my website, booking a tarot or rune reading, or supporting me on Patreon, it is all so greatly appreciated. And without that support, I couldn't do these videos. So now with that, how about we get into it? So I started doing this practice daily because I would often have a feeling of depression or anger or sadness or heaviness within my body that I felt that I wanted to try to resolve or relieve. And so if you're the same, no matter what the feeling is, if it's heavy and burdensome and holding you down, you can do this practice. So all you're really gonna need for this practice is your journal to write in, or your book of shadows, or something to write in, and a quiet space where you're not going to be disturbed for these 20 minutes. So the way that I prefer to start this practice is by calling on Apollo Chalispex, which is Apollo, all-seeing watcher of the heavens, because that aspect will illuminate and elucidate the things that are inside that I'm trying to get to, that I'm trying to uncover and release. Now, with that said, if you have a deity that you would prefer to work with besides Apollo blesses wisdom, that is perfectly all right. And if you prefer to go completely without deity, that is also okay. So the way that we're going to call on Apollo, if you decide to do so, is Hail Apollo, fair and bright, and shining Lord of Deus Light, Apollo Chalispex, please aid me in this work to illuminate and elucidate that within me that I wish to uncover and release and reintegrate. Hail and welcome, and so mote it be. And it's that simple. So now that you've called on Apollo to aid you in your work, you're going to want to get yourself into a noticing state. So first of all, paying attention to what you're feeling in your body, what you're feeling emotionally, and noticing it, and noticing how it feels. And then getting into a light meditative state. So for that, I recommend the chakra meditation. I'm going to link that up here for everyone. And once you're in that light meditative state, you can start to kind of get a center in on those feelings that you're hoping to resolve or release. And so in that state, once you're into that light meditative state, pay attention to what you feel in your body. Pay attention to any slight sensations that are coming up, no matter what they are. And then once you've identified them, try to allow that feeling to expand and grow, even if it feels uncomfortable. Just start trying to focus on it and allowing it to happen. So now once you've been able to focus in on this feeling and it just starts to be able to be allowed in your body and in your sensations, grab your journal and start to write about it and describe it. Just describe whatever comes up. Be as honest with yourself as possible. There are no negative or positive emotions. There's just sensation, there's feelings. So try not to judge what you're feeling and just write about it. And as you're writing about it, you will sense that that feeling is opening up even more. It's being allowed to happen even more. And it's being able to be expressed even more. Oftentimes, what we experience as heaviness or depression or whatever emotion it is an emotion that we're hanging on to, that we're not admitting to ourselves that we have, that we're not allowing ourselves to express in some way. And by first settling into that meditative state and trying to identify where that emotion is centered in your body, then you can start to write about it. And as you write about it, release it. And if you need to take a pause while you're writing because that sensation is getting really intense, just stop. Allow it to move through you and move out of you. Allow yourself to experience that emotion completely. And then go back to writing. And this whole process takes about 20 minutes. One reason I really like it is because if things do get to be too much, you're setting a time frame of only 20 minutes to do them in. You can always set aside if things become too intense. Set aside your journal, set aside your meditation, and come back to it later. Now, with all that said, once you have felt like this emotion has resolved, this feeling, and you'll know it'll just kind of evaporate, then spend just a few more moments in that meditative state. If you need to, run through the chakra meditation one more time. And then other than that, that's all there is to it. Well, I thank you all. Thank you all for watching and all your support. Like I said, it is greatly appreciated. I wish you all blessed be, a wonderful weekend, and love ya. Mwah.